Hey guys, this is Nick Love with Love Racing here for another Hot Lap video. This week we're at Virginia International Raceway, the Grand West circuit, with the NC Miata Cup car. So we're going to start here by looking at a full speed lap. Alright, here we're heading out of Hog Pin. It's going to be really important here to get a really good exit as this leads to the French Straight. Alright, here we're going to start our first lap. You're going to want to hug the track to the right and then slowly track out to the left. Keep an eye on the braking markers on the left. Downshift into third and try to be patient on your turn-in point here. I like to use the end of the curbing on the right here as my reference point to get back on throttle. And then you can slowly unwind the steering wheel as you go out here. Alright, now we're headed on towards Nascar Bend. What you're going to want to do is you're going to set up all the way to the right side of the track here. Just get lightly on the brakes, settle the car before you turn in. As you can see there, I kind of turned in a little bit too early. That hit that inside curb and kind of upset the car. Alright, try to take a nice late apex here at left hook. This is going to be one of the most important corners in this complex because you're going to stay flat out here all the way through the S's, all the way up to South Bend. The goal of this next section is just to minimize the amount of steering angle you put in for each S. You can ride a pretty significant amount of these curbs without upsetting the car too much. You're going to want to get fully over to the right to prepare for South Bend. You want to brake and turn in a little bit earlier than you think. There's a little dip in the track that kind of helps you locate that. Track left, and I like to brake at about the 1 marker here. Make sure you track left here. Use all of the track for the exit on Oak Tree. This is going to be one of the most important corners. It's going to lead to this nice long back straight. At the end of this straight, we're going to run into the hardest braking zone of the track, heading into the turn aptly known as Bitch. It's really easy here to get a little impatient, try to get back on throttle too early, and that's going to push you in the grass over here on the left. So just make sure the car is pointed in the right direction. You're at the apex before you get on it there. Alright, here we're headed to the blind downhill left-hander here. And this is where it starts to get pretty technical. The main goal here through this whole next section is just to make sure you're on the right side of the track and prepared for the next corner so you can set yourself up. If you can position yourself correctly here out of turn 19, you should be able to stay flat out in 4th gear here. Try to get a nice early turn in up the hill here, as that's going to set you up really well for this quick right-hander. Alright, now we're back here on the VIR full course, going into roller coaster. Alright, now we're headed towards Hog Pin. This is going to be one of the most difficult corners of the track. You're going to want to try to jump the curb to the left as much as you can, straight line it. Just dab on the brakes just a bit, and then get back on throttle right away. If you do this right, you should have a really good run on the straight. Alright, we're just going to run through one more lap at full speed. Again, we're going to hug the right side of the track here and then slowly track out to the left. We're going to try to push the braking mark to about 2.5, almost to the 2 marker. Hard on the brakes, down into third. Nice turn in, back on throttle at the end of the curb. Go ahead and start easing the steering wheel back to center, nice and early. Alright, here we're headed to NASCAR. The goal here is just try not to scrub off too much speed. If you do, you can go ahead and downshift into third. Approaching left hook, you're going to want to use all the track on the right, brake hard in a straight line, a little bit of trail braking and a nice late apex, jump the curb on the left. You should be able to stay flat through this whole section. Common mistake here is just using too much steering angle and scrubbing off a lot of the speed. You're going to want to use the least amount of steering angle you can all the way through this section. It's going to make a big difference down the straight. Heading towards South Bend. You can get on the throttle. You can turn in really early here. Put the left tires into the grass. You won't get a one-times. Alright, coming up to Oak Tree. Typically, I think I get the best exit in third gear here. If you do overcook it, you can go down into second. Try not to lose too much time. There's going to be a lot of drafting here down the back straight. I think it's a pretty good idea to take about a mid-track line here if you're defending. Make the other car go on the outside, and you can pretty easily hold the inside line through this corner. Careful on the exit here. If you get on throttle a little bit too early, you can put the back tires into this grass a little bit, and there's tire walls on both sides of the track, so it's a little dangerous there. I like to get on the brakes right about the 1.5 to 1 marker here. If you miss that braking zone, you're going to get a cutting penalty going straight through there, so just take it nice and easy. There's a pretty large bumper on the right side of the track here that if you do hit it while braking, it can upset the car. I like to just try to position the car just to the left of that. This is a really good rhythm section. If you can just get the front end pointed where you want it to go, the back end will follow you on this car pretty well. Headed towards roller coaster, I like to use the left curb, the ending point, as my braking marker. Again, this is another one you need to be patient before you get back on throttle. Alright, now we're headed towards South Bend for the last time. Just stay in fourth, ride that curb all the way on the left, get on the brakes a little bit, try to carry as much seat as possible, and just get back on throttle as early as possible as well. And then just hug the right side of the track if you're on the hot lap. Alright, I hope this hot lap video helped you guys. In future hot lap videos, we'll probably go into a little bit more detail. If you like this video and you love racing, let us know and comment below. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button to catch the latest, and stay tuned for more hot laps with Love Racing.